It's the last days of the 2020 transfer period, the weeks in which it can be said that elections are won or lost by the efforts of the tireless campaigners and passionate candidates. We got a sense of the urgency that comes as this window of opportunity closes from two Belize City politicians.
I can't speak to what they do or what they don't do. I have always used the mantra that I used to be a track athlete, so my focus is always on sticking to our game plan. And our game plan is to ensure that every single person who is qualified to register or transfer in our division that supports us is transferred or registered. My team has been working tirelessly for the past couple of years, and so this is just another part of the cycle in the election cycle. And but indeed, it is our hope and our goal to try to get every single person who is interested in transferring into the constituency, and who is trying to get registered to get registered.
Well, of course, because it's the final days, it's pretty hectic, opposed to early July, right? We're winding down, of course, but you still have people out here who couldn't make it in the early part of August and July, so they're out now trying to get it in last minute. So we have this, this crowd out here, and everybody just trying to get on this list, right? And we're ensuring that, for me, my people personally, those who were not in the area for whatever reason, they're back on the list and ready to participate in this year's election.
But who handles that part of things? Is it your campaigners, people you have on the ground?
Well, all of us are on the ground right now. Myself, I'm meeting people, getting people, some people who didn't want to come out earlier, you still have to come out and convince them to come out, especially young people. You find that young people, they're not interested as much as some of the older folks in the whole political scene, and for whatever reason. So sometimes I have to find myself going back to certain homes, persuading them to, at least come out, come register. And, when I reach that voting part yet, at least just come on, get on the list early, and participate in this part of the registration process. I don't really pay attention to the whatever they happen, I just keep focused, try not to be distracted. My thing is, there's a lot of different moving parts that goes into a campaign. Transfers is just one part, registration is one part, on the ground campaigning is another part, and how you market yourself and how you bring yourself to the people and how you treat the people. There's all different moving parts that come together to win an election. So I don't really get into that part of things,
And this transfer period, like every other process, has been rocked by COVID-19.
Well, it's definitely an obstacle for everybody, right? Not for me personally, but we try to work around that. We try to work on their timing and their comfort in terms of not being in crowds, arranging schedules which will be suitable for them, because they have some people who believe that, in the afternoon times or around this time, you have more people, so they want to come 8 o'clock. So that just they want, so they don't have that contact. So all of these factors we have to put in place during this COVID time. And I see it getting no better leading up to the election either. So we just have to get used to the new normal, no?
Obviously, with COVID, it presents some unique challenges. Transfer periods are always hectic, but this just before an election and during a COVID crisis presents some unique challenges, and so we were forced to adapt. And so, for example, some of the things is that we have heightened safety measures. For example, as you know, there is always going to be the need to pick up people and drop off people. So whereas before you try to put in as many people in a vehicle as possible, during this time we have strict provisions that, one, to get in the vehicle you must be wearing a mask. If a person is not wearing a mask, then we provide a mask. To get in the vehicle, we ensure that we sanitize their hands. And we ensure that once in the vehicle, there must be no more than 2 people in the back. So there must be social distancing as well. And once a person leaves the vehicle, Then the vehicle is sanitized before and after a person gets into the vehicle. So obviously safety is the number one priority for us beyond anything else in trying to deal with the registrations and transfers during this COVID crisis.
Cherise Halsall, 7 News.